ahead on Daytime Buffalo, the Buffalo AKG stops by with details on their latest public art initiative and the story of a local entrepreneur who turned trouble into triumph. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. Well, the Buffalo AKG recently announced a new public art initiative in collaboration with Stitch Buffalo, and here to tell us more about it is the curator, Aaron Ott, and collaborating artist, Syra Sadiqui. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, Aaron, I'll start with you. Can you tell us all about this new public art project and what the vision is for it?
Yeah, the vision is to highlight a great creative space in Stitch Buffalo. Stitch Buffalo is an organization that deals with the refugee community and through textile work and selling those wares and getting those communities celebrated. And they've been doing this for 10 years in a variety of locations. They've just expanded to a fantastic location at 284 Plymouth, expanded their space. They have a storefront, but you wouldn't necessarily know that there's a lot of great cultural activity going on inside that building because it's an otherwise nondescript brick building, right? So we have the opportunity to come in with a local artist and work with our community to develop a mural for that site. So we're going to be doing that with a form of mural making called polytab. It's a non-woven fabric that we can actually print on and do the design with. So right now we're in the earliest stages of workshopping with Syra and our community to develop what the designs might look like, honoring those refugee women, honoring the histories that they know, honoring their folklore, honoring their traditions in textiles, and coming up with a vision that will celebrate that space.
Nice. Well, Syra, do you want to tell us about how you got involved with the project and how it feels to be a part of it?
Yeah, so AKG and Stitch Buffalo were looking for an artist, and so I put in a proposal and was selected, and I'm so honored to be a part of the project and part of the process. It feels great. I was an urban planner for 10 years, and so I'm really passionate about public spaces and inviting people to be a part of redeveloping their own spaces in a way that feels authentic to them. So I think that this is a really exciting project for that reason. I also am first generation, so I was surrounded by textile arts growing up, and so there is like a personal thread, if you will.
If you will, I see that double entendre there. Well, how are you hoping that this mural impacts the community that are going to be seeing it every day?
I hope it celebrates the fact that Stitch Buffalo has expanded and that they're there, and it really celebrates all of the different cultures and ethnicities that you can see in that particular neighborhood and in the west side, particularly of Buffalo. And I'm hoping that people go by it and see a bit of themselves in it, every time they see it.
Well, we're in the really early stages, and Aaron, when Buffalo AKG works to commission these murals in the community, I think something that I know I personally appreciate, and I think the community does, is that you never just go in there and say, here you go, we're doing this. You really take time to make sure that it is a community collaborative effort and making sure you're listening to what these people want, right?
Yeah, certainly we try to, and we have great partners with Stitch Buffalo who already have a great dedicated community of their own. We're right across from Deauville, so there's great synergy there in the west side to get the broader community out. Of course, we have a great group of individuals that follow our work in public art at the AKG. And this particular project really rests on the stage that we're in right now, which is workshopping with the public. So bringing people together, getting their vision incorporated so that people can really feel like they're part of the process, they're part of the vision, so that when they drive by and they do recognize that space and there is a change in their neighborhood and in their region, they can say, I played a role in that, I played a part in that.
Nice. Well, talk to me more, Syra, about the process of what it's going to be like making this mural, especially with the material that you guys are planning to work with.
Sure. So right now we are in this engagement phase and the workshop phase, and I think all of that is going to be informing the design. And so I'm already starting to play with some ideas in the studio, but those things will be brought back to the next workshop. And so throughout the entire process, people will have their hands in, I like that, I would like to tweak this in this way. And what was the second part of your question?
What it's like working with the material.
With the Polytab.
Yes.
So it will be my first time working with Polytab, but I'm really excited about the fact that people can paint it with me. It's not something that I have to do on a lift by myself, you know, and so it really will be, really democratizes the painting process. And so I'm very excited to work with it and get a chance to see how we can partner with a lot of different community organizations and have them be a part of creating the mural too.
Now, have you done other murals in the past?
I have.
Okay, nice. Tell us more about you as an artist and sort of your medium that you work in usually.
Yeah, so I have done oil painting and acrylic painting and that kind of stuff in my studio, but lately I've really been focused more on public art and mural making. I have made some murals in Hurdle Alley at the Niagara Frontier Food Terminal was the most recent one. A few other commissions here and there around town and on the West Coast. And I also, with the most recent project at the food terminal, it was a similar process where we had some workshops with the tenants and some residents within that neighborhood, in the Clinton Bailey neighborhood. And they were also invited to come paint. It was a little different because they were painting straight on cement.
Yeah.
So Polytab is going to be like a really nice change of pace to try something else. But yeah, this is a new process that I've been sort of formulating for myself in my own studio practice around how to really engage people in the process of redeveloping their public spaces.
Beautiful. Well, it sounds like this is an incredible project. We'll keep our eyes out on the streets to see that. And viewers, if you would like to learn more about all of the partners involved with making this public art initiative possible, you can visit them at the websites listed right there on our screen. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.